They gonna always get them little butterflies, like, you know what I mean? Before he start to jump off and all that. Especially when you be having technical difficulties and you trying to fix shit up and all that. Damn it, man. Nonetheless, let's get it popping. Yes. Yes, 2 times. Y'all know the vibes though. She like, ooh la la. They go, ooh la la. She like, ooh la la. They go, ooh la la. She like, ooh la la. They go, ooh la la. She like, ooh la la. They go, ooh la la. Looking for M's like I lost a friend. Hop up out the bed like, where's the bread? What it do, people? You're now tuned in. Popovich TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic, that feeling back up in here one more again. So if it's your first time, the question is, where you been? Like over here, we deal with sports, hip hop, entertainment, interviews sometimes when people don't be acting flaky, Popovisms 101, and of course, motivation. So before you leave, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, smash that notification bell. So when I upload the videos, you get alerted. You get alerted when I upload the videos, and if it's not your first time and you've been rocking with Popovich TV, good looking. But you know how I do. You know how I plainly start the show. Tony, there was no other way. We in the end game now. And we is in the end game, people. Shout out to everybody tuning in on Instagram, on Bingo, on YouTube. Y'all know I run through these YouTube streets and these social media platforms. So good looking out for everybody that's tuning in. So let's get to this, right? Real quick. Like, cause Amazon, shout outs to them for using the Greg Nice, ooh la la wee, the intro that we use for the show. You know what I mean? If you rock with Popovich TV, you know we've been using this for a little minute. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we've been using this intro for a little minute. And now Amazon, here they come, they want to flip it and bounce it and, you know what I mean? Get a chance to shine for a nigga, get a chance to shine on his own shit. But great people, great minds think alike. I thought it was genius. Shout outs to Greg Nice, you know what I mean? Nice and smooth. Shout outs to motherfucking, you know what I mean, Killer Mike, etc. for making that. But we really in the end game, not because niggas is jacking my style, biting mad styles before I get a chance to shine on my own shit. We in the end game because DJ Envy finally like come to the front of the congregation. And we spoke about DJ Envy. We did a live, we spoke about him on live like we doing now. And we also did a video about DJ Envy as far as accountability is concerned. And where do you fall at, you know, when it comes to being held accountable for people losing their money, for people investing their money, for stories coming up like you see the father, one of his sons passed and shit, and they put up a lot of money to try to invest to buy back the block on some Rick Ross shit, get their money back, they gonna flip it and bounce it. You know hood niggas, right? They trying to look for a way. And somehow, some way, we gonna make it up out the hood. That's a freeway reference. It didn't go that way for them. And it didn't go that way for them because his partner, Cesar Pina, you know what I mean? He was arrested by the feds. The iHeartRadio shit or whatever, the feds went down there, confiscated some computers and, you know, obviously some data that they want to look into to see if DJ Envy is a part of this shit. You didn't know, you know what I mean? Hear no evil, see no evil. And this shit is rigged. And, you know, I feel like a lot of people, when I spoke about it, for those that's not familiar with the video that I did all alive. What's up, young lady? I feel like Scorpios, we in the building. It's about that time, Scorpios, we the best. Let's give a round of applause for all the Scorpios. Shout outs to us. You know what I mean? I feel like it's levels to breaking the law. Y'all know on the channel I'm not an angel. I went up top. I broke the law a few times. Shit I'm ashamed about. Obviously, you don't want to embarrass your family or the people you love, people that care about you, the people that taught you right from wrong and how you should be moving. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all grown, we all going to do what we want to do, especially in 2023. This is the era of I'm going to do what the fuck I want to do. Let's be clear. However, though, you know what I mean? I'm still from the era, if you will, on a throwback, where we are taught right from wrong and how you should move and, what you should be doing. Even if the person that's telling you is not doing what they're telling you to do on some, you're going to do as I say, but not as I do. We got plenty of parents like that. So I'm only bringing that up to say, like, when it comes to DJ Envy, your partner, obviously the feds booked him. And I'm not perfect. But it is levels to breaking crime. For instance, you selling some drugs, right? Not that the people that's buying the drugs' lives is less than, but this is what they gonna do. This is what they, succumb to. Trapped in the trap fly. Some of them trapped in the spider web, can't get out. I fall and I can't get no help. And not making fun, I got drug users and shit in my family. I got first-hand accounts on what drugs could do to a community or a household, let's be clear. Still different in my eyes as they would say a criminal, obviously from the past. I don't think I'm a criminal now, but my past does come into play when it comes to breaking the law a few times. You say, knowingly selling to people raffle tickets and there ain't no raffle coming out of it. People putting up 30,000, 40,000, 50,000. Some people putting up 100 grand, like, you know what I mean? Like, bust down your life like Meek Millie said on the Shaq and Kobe. You know what I mean? 100,000 split you in two, 50 bands on your head between two niggas. Come get you. You say, damn, 100,000? That ain't shit. You know what I mean? Like, nonetheless, this is what it's hitting for your life. You know what I mean? And so you say, damn, you know what I mean? People is taking risks on the street. Some of them, not all of them. I told you I know a few people that when this shit first popped off, they invested their money. They're like, this could be a surefire way because you're looking at like Denzel and fucking movie American Gangster, where he's like, nah, I don't want you to cut it. I don't want you to fuck the product up because this shit is like Pepsi. This shit is like General Mills. This shit is like, you know what I mean? Like, we based on a certain criteria. We repping off a certain integrity. So for us to compromise our integrity, now people going to be looking at us with the side eye. People going to be looking at us funny like, nah, they got garbage down the way. That's a Purple Tape. No, actually, that's a 36 Chambers reference of Wu-Tang. Niggas got garbage down the way on the Cream intro. Like 2 for 5, them niggas got garbage down the way. So they got garbage, they fucking up the game. You ain't fucking with your shit, but yet the perception is that this area is bad business. And that's what happens when you got a nigga like DJ Envy hooking up with the Caesar dude selling the people real estate. And they like, yo, you ain't got to put up all of the money. They had the fucking old lady up there. I spoke about all this. They got the old lady winning the raffle for the house and all that. And because they on a prominent radio station, they on one of the biggest, I mean, obviously New York City is one and it's two. It's Hot 97, it's 105, and it's Star Wars. You threw 2 at me, I threw 4 back. From back in the Star Buck Wild days to Angie Martinez jumping sides and Wendy Williams going from one to the next. Like, New York, obviously, unless you're on, 107 or 106 or whatever the Quiet Storm. If you're in New York, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Let me know you're in the fucking building. Popovich TV. In every little city is little radio station beefs and shit like that. Flex been going hard. Like, like, damn it, man. If you ain't got thick skin, and you in a business like this where niggas talking real greasy on them R&B records. You platinum a million times, like check the credits, like, you know what I mean, a lesser charge, talking about Charlamagne, you know what I mean? And you know, we gonna send them bottles to Charlamagne. Y'all know I met him out and about a few times, and DJ Envy, you know what I mean? And I understand why people say he give off the energy on some asshole shit because I met him in person. You know what I'm saying? So this ain't nothing that I heard from somebody or whatever. Like I've been around him to peep game and say, all right, even if it's only a smidget. Like Holly Berry, is that a nipple? No, that's a smidget of a nipple. And from Boomerang, like I got a little smidget to see, like, you know what I mean? Then you hear shit on the radio what niggas be talking about. So anyway, they letting them have it, like full flame. Who got flames? Shit is who got flames, like killing them. Pure, you know, funk flex rhetoric, and you know when you wanted the radio wars, and I'm old enough to know about that. You know what I mean? Like when they going back and forth with DJ Clues, and you know what I mean? Like, and then he letting them have it. Pure fucking letting them have it, and rightfully so. Because this is my thing. Again, it's levels to breaking the law. So it's one thing to be a scumbag, you know, child abductor, abuser, a molester. You know what I mean? Like, you deserve the fucking worst. You know what I mean? Like, then opposed to you murdered a brother over the block. It wasn't worth it. It was unworth it. His life wasn't worth it. But it still was a conflict you didn't know how to manage. You didn't know how to handle. You didn't know how to move. So you popped them. Some accident murder shit. Or even if it was meant to be, it's still different than you selling to people fake raffles for houses and all that. And y'all know I've been to prison. I've been on the Yakisobe line, the Chili Con corner. I don't care, right? We've been through the mess hall when they got the fucking beans and the hot dogs and all that. It's no good. It's like no bueno. You don't want to experience that if you've never been to jail before. Trust me. You know what I mean? But we've been through that humiliation and that penalty for getting caught breaking the law. It's not worth that. Understand what I'm saying? So you're going to throw your whole freedom away, your whole liberties, just to prove what? Exactly. You know what I mean? Like, and you see these type of individuals often all the time. And like Nas said, like, you know what I mean? Like, they got us caged in, waves spinning like Mike Bivens from New Edition aging. You know what I mean? Like, you behind the wheel with predicates when you shouldn't be. So you putting yourself in a position of, you know what I mean, if you get caught out there, maybe kind of sort of, you know what I mean, you got to go sit down. And at what age do you start saying, damn, this shit is not really what it is? Understand? Like, so, you know, and I'm speaking about that. I'm going to show y'all a clip video, you know what I mean, before we get to this next shit. My nigga Goody came on. Shout out to my nigga Greg Goodwine. Yeah, kid, that feeling. When I talk about that feeling, your first sexual encounter, you know what I mean, your first head or whatever, getting out of prison, hitting the numbers, hitting the lotto, getting married for those that still believe in that type of vibe, and, you know, love gonna conquer everything, having your first child, getting your first car, your dream car, or getting out of prison after 18 years and you're innocent. Yeah, that's a whole nother type of feeling. But anyway, this is my nigga Goody. This nigga just came home, you know what I mean? Yeah, kid.
You know what it is, and you know what it sounds like. Friday vibes. About to pull
This was last Friday, by the way, too.
AKA Greg Goodwine. After 18 years in the motherfucking can, yeah.
Yeah, kid, that feeling.
Nigga, fourth for his
on
life.
all the different platforms, see my
After
nigga Goody
18
shining.
years, a lot of y'all niggas bullshit.
A lot of y'all
You know
niggas
what I
is
mean?
bullshit.
Stand up niggas like, hey, crew got killers. Won't you pull a few Urkels out? Like,
Yeah, Styles P
pull
reference.
a few Urkels out.
Let me see you pull a few Urkels out.
Here.
You know what I mean?
No pun intended though. Like, you know what I mean? He just
nigga
one of them
Greg
smart
Goodwine.
niggas. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
He just one of them
See my
smart
nigga
niggas. He just
Nigga
one of
mad
them smart
funny.
niggas.
Nigga mad funny.
Mr. Gregory
Big bro.
Goodwine. What up, Goody?
18 years, people, let's be clear. You know what I mean? Fought for his freedom. Didn't accept what they gave him. And even though it was a long time, he fought for his freedom.
Life, B. Huh? What? Y'all niggas standing there. This my nigga Good Wine right here.
It's my nigga Goody. I want all y'all to see my brother Goody just came home. You know what I mean?
Rough journey.
Good brother.
I never wavered.
Never doubted, you know what I mean?
Everything
The
that I
testicular
knew
fortitude that it
not
takes.
beneficial.
Some of y'all playing with it. Some of y'all playing with it, you know what I mean?
Focused on what's in front of me. I sat in there 19 years for a crime I didn't even commit, and I'm still fighting. Just
That's
because
right.
I got my freedom,
It's not
it doesn't
over yet.
mean the fight is over.
Don't mean the
I have a lot
fight
of
is
work to do.
over.
I have a lot of life,
And,
a lot
you
of
know,
knowledge, a lot of
If
commitment.
you've been rocking with the channel, y'all know I've been talking about my nigga Goody. I had my nigga Goody on the channel with us. You know what I mean? Monique, what up, though? I had my nigga Goody on the channel, speaking his shit, talking his shit, you know, to the youth, to grown men that need to hear it. And he finally got the clemency. He finally was freed. Actually got, you know, this Friday, so that was last Friday. But he came home that Tuesday. You know, people that been locked up like myself for whatever reason, they be on some don't tell people when you coming home type shit. You know, it's just like, it's such a good feeling. It's such a good thing. And 50 Cent said, it ain't good to do hood. It ain't good to do good in my hood. You know not to do good now. And that's the reality. Like, you get a come up, you let a few people know you got a good come up, and then what happens? After that, bad shit start happening. People start trying to impose their will. They feel entitled to things you got through the grace of the Lord, or however you got it. Even if it was inheritance. That's your inheritance. Not nobody else's, but niggas and bitches, you know what I mean? Like, well, my niggas and my bitches and my bitches and my niggas. Like, throw your hands in the air. Or rather, ladies, gentlemen, and lowlifes, I'm talking to you. Somebody in your family come up. They back lawsuit come through. You know what I mean? You was with him when it first kicked off, so you know about the little, you know, the chiropractic and all that. So when that money comes through, you feel entitled. You feel like, oh, you know what I mean? I should be getting some. And that's not the case. It's not the case, but, you know, shouts to my nigga Goody, you know what I'm saying? 18 years, innocent. He been saying he was innocent. Cuz what up, my G? You know what I mean? He been saying he was innocent. Some people doubted it. But this is what I want to speak about. That's why I'm bringing him up. So I showed the video of my nigga Goody, you know what I'm saying? My nigga home, B. Niggas home, yo. This nigga's fucking home. 18 fucking years. Like, do you understand that?
19 years for
Well, it's coming up on 19. But nonetheless,
still fighting.
18 years. So I want to say this.
Doesn't mean the fight.
As a person that been behind the wall, I know what it's like to lose, to feel so desperately that I was right, yet to fail. I know what that's like. It's like a lot of you. I'm not immune to taking the L, getting my ass whipped, getting it out the mud. I'm fully well versed in that, and I embrace that. Nonetheless, I've been inside. Niggas got life. Niggas got 25. Niggas got 20 flat, 18 flat, whatever it is. And it's a lot of brothers, and I only can speak to the brothers because I've never been with the sisters. They cool with the sentence that they got. They letting the sentence ride. They not challenging. They not protesting. They don't feel no type of way. A lot of them is ignorant. Can't read, can't write. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you got your GED like me. You went to ABE, Adult Basic Education. And this shit is simple as 1, 2, 3. Shout out to MJ. You know what I mean? The sparkly glove one. It ain't easy. And when you have to display, you know, your toughness, your resilience, your brilliantness, you know what I mean? A lot of us fall short in that department, especially being locked up. Even if you did the crime. A lot of times it's sloppy police work. All the evidence ain't lining up like it's supposed to be. But you end up copping out. You end up taking, 18 years or whatever it is, and he went to trial. My nigga Goody went to trial. He wasn't having that. And while we were standing there talking on 40th, somebody else walked by. I can't think of his name right now. He gave back life. 40 to life or whatever it is. And I just was marveling at, you know, who I'm standing next to. Standing, one Goody, I know Goody, that's my brother, a little older than me, so it's like big bro. And then homie who I just met. Two brothers fought for their freedom, got their freedom, didn't just accept any old whatever the system was dishing out. And a lot of the times there's no critical thinking, there's no pushback. There's no like, oh, that don't really sit well with me. So I gotta speak out about it. And if you know me, you know what I mean, Scorpios, we the best birthday weekend next week. Yeah, kid, if we alive to celebrate that. I've always been the type to can't just you know, lie about shit. Be around people I got an issue with, or you know what I mean, how I truly feel. To a detriment and to some degree, like people really know what it is. Like you all, you know what I mean, what you see is what you get, and what you get is your ass kicked, nigga. Hit you with the funkified figure. That's a Redman reference. And Reggie Noble been killing the internet lately with a lot of little freestyles and snippets that he been giving. Reggie Noble, wow, one of the best. And I mean, Jersey stand up. But, you know, you get to feel like everybody don't deserve, or you know what I mean, I don't gotta tell you how I'm moving or explain to you. Although when people judge, they only judge it for that little moment. You see the Cheesecake Factory chick who we spoke about last week. I thought it was a skit. Turned out it wasn't a skit. Homie, the Indian dude on, what's the dude name? Kevin Wesley. You know what I mean? These podcasts and shit on YouTube. Red pill material, if you will. And y'all know I'm not red pill or none of that. You know what I mean? What's the word, young lady? Now I mean, happy Saturday. We in the building. Popovich, hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. You know, people still going to judge you. They still going to view you how they view you. So the thing is, are you going to compromise? Are you going to compromise who you are? Is it worth you compromising your morals, values, and principles? And a lot of times it's not. You gotta say like, nah, I'd rather die on my, you know what I mean, die standing up than to live on my knees, cause that's a Fab reference. You know what I'm saying? And that gets me to this shit right here. It's just like, far as envy, let's end it on this. One, I think because you're misleading the people, and it is levels to breaking the law. I'm not saying I'm an angel or the shit that I did is less than what you did, but obviously the rape is people that, you know, do shit to kids, women. You know, people that commit certain crimes, as opposed to, again, you know, murder over a block, again, is not worth it, over some drug shit, or, you know, over, passion, a crime of passion, caught you on a movie knife, you know what I mean, seen the mailman's bag and the mailman's pants, like you came home from work, working a hard day, and your wife getting dug out by the mailman, so you pop one of them. You know what I mean? Or you get cut off. Motherfuckers don't know how to drive in these small towns and urban cities. And so that shit piss you off. And then you end up hitting a nigga with a bat to death. That's different than, again, leading the people astray consciously. Like, you know what I mean? Like you purposely, consciously taking people hard-earned money. And that's why they gave Murdoch, you know what I mean, Madoff, Murdoch, all that time. You know what I'm saying? And so, do you think he's going to go to jail, DJ Envy? Do you think he deserves jail or prison? Or is the radio at fault? Because, like, yo, clearly y'all had these bubblegum niggas on there talking this bullshit. They duped the people, and you've been hoodwinked. You've been run amok. Plymouth Rock landed on you. Like, no, your whole shit is fucked up. You dead. You just became a resident of Queens, and you did it in done if you invested your last money and earnings into DJ Envy and all that. You invested crazily. You know what I'm saying? Say that's the case. It's still levels to, should you do 30 years? You see the R. Kelly guy, they gave him 30 years, pending appeal, etc. And you see somebody that commit murder, but you black, right? In the neighborhoods you come from, and the news channels that cover it, 4, 5, 6, and 7, the nigga news channels, right. It's a Styles P reference. And you say, damn, nigga killed 2 niggas over some dice game, over some bone. Nigga smashed his car, or he rear-ended him, and he finished him. They gave him 15. But then you hear some other shit, no lives is lost, no murders. Like my nigga Goody, 25 to life. You get 25 to life. And if you don't fight, you don't hold it down, you're done. I think Envy should do jail time. I mean, if he's deemed, culpable, responsible. Obviously, you have somebody like that on your channel, the Wall Street Trapper. Different people they have on the Breakfast, channel, the interviews. We love it. We come up on it. And this is if you're from New York. And even if you're not, you probably tuned in on some of the Breakfast Club interviews with different people. You know what I mean? With Dame is one of the biggest ones, and Mook, Farrakhan, etc. You know what I mean? The Jill Scott. You know what I mean? If you can tell me what to do, then you can tell me what to do, right? Like Scorpios, we the best. You know what I mean? You can tell me what to do. I'm just being funny, but I'm not. Let's speak about this shit, though, right? Let's talk about integrity and what we just was talking about. When is it, like coming upon you to let your integrity shine? When you say, you know what? I fucked up. This shit is all the way wrong. I'm going to just step up and say, woo, 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 and let the chips fall where they may. DJ Envy didn't do that, but Young Jock said, yo, I'm not doing XYZ for money. My integrity, my morals, my values and principles and shit that I stand on, what women should be looking for, in addition to the six-pack, the dark skin, the package, everything you looking for, you know what I mean? And you're not a player, you just crush a lot. I'm being funny, but I'm not. Totally being funny, but I'm not. You looking to get smashed, took the pound town. That's you, and that's fine. But you don't really hear like a nigga moral compass. Is it women and children on some Scarface shit? And y'all seen the end of the movie. He got his brains blown all over the globe for the world to see. Spectacular fashion. Like, this shit was a spectacular catch. This shit was a spectacular fashion. And they got his brains blown all over the globe in the water. Scarface, that is. And he was the main character. He was that guy. He was that guy. That vibe, ladies, you catching that vibe from that guy? And I'm only bringing him up to say, like, you can still be that dude, but not that way. And what kind of dude are you? Or what kind of missus are you? And Scarface, being how we speaking about him, he wasn't with killing women and children. In fact, in the back of the car, he killed the dudes that wanted him to commit those atrocities. Like, yo, nah, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to compromise what I'm standing on. Yet today, in 2023, we see so many people compromise who they are, their integrity as a person, their moral fabric. And that's why you hear Nas like these moral fucks and moralists. You should be thrown in the pit full of unfortunate. Nigga, I could have wrote your shit. Like, y'all niggas are so fucking morally deprived that it's okay with, elderly women getting, done dirty, or babies getting killed every day, B. And niggas get killed every day. I'm being funny again, but I'm not. That's the paid in full reference. And we love Cam for that. Like, niggas get killed like, you tough, right? You could take it. Can you take all this murder, death, kill, and babies getting killed, elderly's being done dirty? And so, just to see some pushback on, what it is and what it should be is so welcoming. For me, it's welcoming. I mean, I don't know how y'all view it, but to see that Young Jock is like, listen, anything ain't for money. The cost of doing business for me is not for sale. Now, I don't discriminate. For y'all that don't know what I'm talking about, he was responding to the Bootsy. They was trying to Bootsy badass, little badass, etc. Getting, I think, $250,000 to perform for the LGBTQ community, etc. Then he spoke, gave his views, his opinions on, why he wouldn't take the money, why it's against his stuff. And then I guess, he got the radio station in the morning. Callers is calling up, hitting the bat line. They got your direct number. They going, make you listen to their views. And it's like, bro, I didn't say anything bad. I didn't say anything, ill will. I know hate speech. Woo, 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 All I'm saying is that, money can't buy anything from me. Like, I'm not just willing to just do anything for money. I'm not willing to do that. There's nothing wrong with that. So don't be mad at me because I'm not willing to do certain things for a couple stacks, a couple $100, a couple Banningtons, a couple racks on racks, whatever it is. Like, for certain people, they are willing to go that extra mile or whatever whatever you want to classify what I'm talking about as. Cool, we know plenty of people like that. They giving it up from the gate. It ain't no rocket science. It's like, oh nah, Kareem Akbar, he is the true leader of the CNB, and if I'm going down, I'm taking everybody with me. Or we gonna have to drop a dime, and you the illest nigga in the process. We could clearly see, certain people who they are, and certain people who they really pretending to be people that they're not. And that's why Styles P like, yo, stop acting like you a gangster when you're not. On that motherfucking The Phantom 3 album, classic, you know what I mean? Like, stop acting like you a gangster when you're not. Because when the cameras stop rolling and people are who they say they are, and you are who we thought you were, and we let him off the hook. You know what I mean? That's a Dennis Green reference when he was coaching the Minnesota Vikings, my team at the time. We ain't letting you off the hook, my guy, my chick. We not letting you off the hook. So if you're going to come with certain energy, stick to that. There's nothing wrong with being proud of who you are, staying, you know what I mean, and on your square, and not just going along to get along just because it seems like that's the political, correctness thing to do. Sometimes you have to say, oh, nah, this is the last thing I want to talk about before I go to the next show, right? Young Jock, we fuck with you. We appreciate you sticking to the script, sticking to your guns, not wishy-washy and because a little pressure was applied. That's why it's another thing. This is my show. We unscripted. We do what we want over there. Shout out to K.O. Smitty. Talking about prison. Talking about my man Goody getting clemency after 18 years. When I met K.O., like I said, 23 in, 24 in, about to go to his first board on 25. He used to always say, like, respect those that have an opinion when it's one person of opposition around or 20 people of different opinions around. Respect them. Reverence them because they're the ones that's going to keep it a buck. They're not going to, when the crowd or the mad, the angry mob is saying one thing, they rocking with the one thing. Then when it's saying another thing, they rocking with the other thing. Like this or that. This or that. Gray, what up, though? You can get with this, so you can, Like, you solid all the way through. I gotta respect that. I'm gonna respect that as a fucking man. And I think men and women should reverence that, should admire that, and strive for that. If you could be who you are by yourself, 1, 2 individuals around, celebrities around, a whole lot of people around, then you are truly authentic, that feeling. That's what we're talking about. And for him to be like, yo, I'm not doing that shit. That's not what's sitting right with me. Young Jock, like, nah, I'm not performing for the LGP. You know what I mean? It's just certain things that I don't want to do. And I'm not going to let you shame me because these are my values, my morals, and my principles, which I'm standing upon. I'm not letting you sway me off that. So you can go that way because I don't need your acceptance that much that I'm going to bend over backwards or do some bubblegum shit just to appease you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's where we need to be with it, and people need to draw the line. And so this is what I want to say before I get to the next one. When it comes to your friends, your family, people you say you rock with, people that rock with you. Like, it's all good when you giving, when you the giving party, when they're the giving party. And it's like, I fucks with you, good help is hard to find. Friends, how many of us will have them? And not a lot, especially in 2023 where people is on some no new friends, and niggas been on that since 2008 when Drake came out with started from the bottom, now we here, and no new friends. We don't need that. Fuck a fake friend where your real friends are. Like, we don't like to do too much explaining. People like to just do what they're going to do without any explaining. So we definitely far removed from having day ones and true people. And I'm saying that to say, those people that you deem that, they're that when they're giving you, and they're that when they're also checking you, pulling you up, giving you critique, saying, nah, my nigga, that's not the wave. You're fucking up. And like Rick Ross said, if you ain't getting money, that just means you fucking up. I got to check you and be able to check you just like I'm able to give and able to bend over backwards or go out of my way to show you that I value this relationship, that I value what you bring to the table and things of that nature. You also have to take, just like you taking the good, take when I give you criticism. Take when I asking the hard questions that somebody else, may not be asking. I'm gonna ask. People like that, you have to value, you have to, celebrate, you have to appreciate. Because, who the fuck want to be around somebody that's always mimicking what they say, what they thinking is the right thought and pattern? No, you're going to get some pushback because you fucking up. Doing X, Y, Z. Treating your baby mom like that, treating your wife like that, managing your money like this, doing a little bit too much partying, or whatever it is. And we all got vices. You need those people. You should appreciate those people. And so, those people come with a price tag. And that price tag is, your ego most of the time. When people ain't stroking your ego and telling you shit you want to hear, like, nah, that's not it. Why are you doing this? Are you doing this because of wow? And this is not adding up to me. Like, I'm your geyser. I'm your peoples. So when you telling me X, Y, Z, and I start to mull it over in my head, I say, damn, that don't make sense. Then when I check you on it or I push back on it, you mad. Now you in your feelings. No, you shouldn't be in your feelings because of that. You should be respecting, nah, this person is genuinely for me. They trying to, you know what I mean? And I'll just leave it with that. Let's get to this other shit. Let's get to Naomi Saki, you know what I mean? Osaka, tennis player. And I want to get to this because I just did a video, I'm gonna say 2 months, 3 months. She was pregnant. She was with the rapper / activist dude, Colin Kaepernick, man. And I don't know, how they met or what's the terms or why they breaking up or not. But I do know allegedly, maybe kind of sort of, he dumping her or, she claiming she want love now, she want to be happy. And we all entitled to that, Like, everybody want love, nobody want to be a dub, A hat I put on probably cost me like a dub. I'm way too up, they can't keep up, yeah. I said A Boogie reference, I just feel like in the video that my thoughts in the video when I was talking about it, she's rich. Like, whether you accept it, whether you think your reality is her reality. No, she's rich. She's a big fish. She's a big fucking fish. So no matter if he breaking off or not, he bounces, he don't stick around. She's not going to know the woes of being a single baby mother. She's not going to know that. She's not going to feel that hunger. She's not going to feel that loneliness or whatever those things are. It's like, damn, I need Pampers. Or I need a quality babysitter. Or I need X, Y, Z. I need, my child is sick and I don't have the Medicaid or the insurance, etc. She's rich. So she's good. He can go be with somebody else, choose somebody else. And I don't know why he left. I'm not faulting him. What I'm saying is, Rob, my nigga, what up? What I'm saying is, Rob the broker, my guy, you know what I mean? Sound like a rocker to Allah, better cop to how the brother, you already know. What I'm saying is, I'm not sure if she's the fault, not the fault, if he's the fault, not the fault. The thing is, you carry before you marry. You got with this guy, you know what I mean? And you influencing, other people that may be easily influenced, easily ushered and led astray. They see you doing it. They see you championing it. So they're going to follow suit. But you a millionaire 10 times over. I think she worth 25 or whatever, 10 million. You're good. Like, I'm good. Kanye West, you good. You know what I mean? Like, off the meds, you good. Regular folks, regular women, regular people that's trying to go down that route, they're not good. So if the baby father leave him, if he's a deadbeat, if he ain't worth shit, you know what I mean? That could be devastating. And so that's why your moves got to be more calculated. And it got to be like in chess, they say make your next move your best move. Because once checkmate, the game is over. You know what I mean? off with his head, like even deaf motherfuckers know what this silent, you're off with your head. You're dead. You did it and done. You got to be mindful of that. She got to be mindful. Then it's like, all right, you ain't going to give us the privy. You ain't going to tell us why y'all really broke up, what happened. You know what I mean? You know, you got the Jeezy, the Tia Mary, all these relationships going to shit, marriage going to shit. Niggas looking for new, creative, inventive ways to, you know, pair bond with the opposite sex for those that's heterosexual. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. I'm not bitching and moaning. I'm not beefing and griping. I accept reality the way that it is on its terms, and I'm gonna live and act accordingly. Personally, you know what I mean? That's just me. But with that being said though, do it look bad for her? For anybody trying to follow her, is that the course of action? She a millionaire, Rihanna a millionaire, Kiki Palmer a millionaire. All these chicks is millionaires. Yeah, Cardi B, millionaire, even though she married. You know what I'm saying? Beyonce, obviously she been good. But then you look at the women telling you to do X, Y, Z when we the least, man, you know what I mean? At least jumping over the broom. What's the lesson to be learned from this? Are you looking at her with the side eye? Because she claiming half black, half Asian. You know what I mean? She be on there after her matches on some say it loud. She black and she proud. Dealing with this dude now, you know what I mean? They're not dealing with each other. Allegedly, maybe, kind of, sort of. Got baby there. And like MJ said, the one with the golden sparkling glove, if you can't feed the baby, then don't have the baby. Like, you'll be always. And we see so many women, Olivia whispers, lost and turned out. They get with the dude that they think is for them, got they back, gonna be there through thick and thin, or whatever the case. They choose wrong, they judge wrong. You left single-handedly holding the bag of a small boy or a small girl, as I like to call them. You know what I mean? Camp, what up? You know what I mean? 77, that was a great year. You already know the vibes. Scorpios, we the best. Next week in the B-Day, yeah, kid, that feeling, you know what I'm saying? Happy to be here, of course. You gotta say, damn, if you can't feed the baby, then you probably shouldn't have the baby. If you can't provide and do better than what you had, maybe you should rethink. Maybe you should reconsider, replan. But it's just like, I'm gonna have these babies regardless of what you think, and I'm gonna live life how I see it. And you know, again, you could do what you want to do, but I think in the internet era, the social media era, you look at this next story before I get into the picks. Saturday, Week 7 NFL. I'm gonna give y'all the picks in a minute. Keisha, what up, though? You know what I mean? I'm gonna give y'all the picks in a minute. The 48 oyster lady. Like, you can't make this shit up. I'm not making it up. I probably couldn't even make this shit up. And that's what's interesting. That's what's funny. That's what's intriguing. That's what brings all these things together and say, oh, all right, we really living in the last days. And Tony, there was no other way. We in the end game now. So last week I did a live on the Cheesecake Factory lady. I thought that was a skit. It wasn't a skit, in my opinion. Watching it, they went on this brother channel, Kevin Wesley. They both were sitting there side by side. He was interviewing him. He looked like some black T'Challa. No offense, rest in peace, but like one of those Hotep African black power type brothers. And salute to those brothers. I'm black first. I'm B1 first. However, I do know, what I mean, like, people use what they think you believe or what you want to hear to their advantage, and they trick you and they get you. DJ Envy and Rico Real Estate Rico, you know what I mean? And I'm being funny, but I'm not. Women to tell you what they want to tell you, keep you in the friend zone. Ladies, men, after they take you to Pound Town, they tell you what they, think you want to hear, string you along, and now the sun is dying, whoa, hey. They're going to string you along, you know what I mean? Or is he saying, bring me along? Whatever he's saying, I'm saying string you along, right? In this case here, you hear her saying, yo, got this nigga number, I was out with my friends, this whack ass nigga. Pretty much, I'm just interpreting what she's saying. This whack ass nigga approached me. I gave him my number, you know what I mean? He been pretty much texting herself for 2 whole weeks, talking to herself, meaning that she not even answering him. She's not interested. She not showing no signs. She letting them play the fool. And young brothers, for my nephews, my little cousins and shit, the males in my family, it's an evil world out there, and women that have you stuck in the loop, caught in the matrix, like, oh shit, got played. Like, you'll have a big one, and you'll get played, and you'll realize that afterwards, like, damn, felt like a sucker. And, you know, that can be motivation and learning. It can also, you know, turn you, you know, once a good girl going bad, she's going forever. You know, it can turn a good brother, like, oh, you know, I ain't dealing with this shit no more, etc. And I think it's multiple ways to look at it, but just be mindful, and like these channels are saying, protect yourself at all times. You know what I'm saying? Like, protect yourself at all times so that you can't get hurt in the crossfire. But with that being said, she's like, yo, fuck it, I'm this nigga want to go out to have drinks. I'm going to take this nigga out, or he going to take me out. You know, I'm going to get some content. And so she ordered the first round. I guess it's 12. Y'all know what that is, 12, 24, 36, 48. Like, this bitch ordered a whole 48 motherfucking oysters and slurping that shit up, sounding like she is suck ninja. I'm sorry to say, but Scorpios, we the best. And that's you. She's a suck ninja. And fellas, you know, who can't appreciate a good suck ninja? I mean, like, cheers for that. Like, who can't appreciate that? Ladies, I'm sure y'all can appreciate, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Exactly. But she calling him like, nah, man, like, this nigga's some lame. He gonna give me some footage. He gonna do X, Y, Z. What he did was he went to the bathroom, maybe allegedly kind of, sort of. Let her eat her food. She ordered some potatoes, some little crab cakes. You know what I mean? Thought she was doing something. And I guess he bounced. If it's a skit, if it's not a skit. Even if it's not a skit, it's a learning moment. It's for fellas, for you. Don't be afraid to grab your nuts and bounce. Not to be an asshole just off the rip, to be an asshole, but not to be played. Nobody want to be taken advantage of. Nobody want to be friend zone, or no, like, you don't got no chance of getting no buns at all. You gonna buy these T-bone steak, cheese, Asian, Welch's grape, conversate for a few, and then a few, you out of here. Like, you ain't gonna do the do on the big reference. You out of here. You know what I mean? How a nigga pay his whole week check or whatever it is. He thought he was going to get some action. Psycho Mike, you gets nothing. And like T'Challa, rest in peace. Thanos will have nothing but dust and blood. You get nothing but dust and blood. You get nothing. That's fucked up. So if you can alleviate that, or at least see it coming, I think that's being proactive. I think that's being productive. I think that's, you know what I mean, not taking yourself to just be played just because a chick look cute. Just because she got a nice smile, or she fake like she engaging with you, but she really not. I know what it's like to be friend zone, going on dates. I told y'all this. Came home, brand new as a motherfucker, like, and that's you, Majors, Lee, you know what I mean, Popovich. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. I'm being funny, I'm making fun of myself. I know what it's like to come home after doing a lot of time, to be green, to not know what it is, to go on dates with women, or know the games that people play, particularly women, until you learn it. Till somebody put you on the game and they show you where the blood's at, where the crips at, when niggas flip crack, where they pitch at. They putting you on the game. Then you see, like, oh, experiences, you living off experience like the locks. And so this particular chick in Atlanta, she like, yo, they got the best oysters. She go embarrass herself royally. Like, if you got a son or a daughter, you slurping it up. Know what I mean? Letting niggas get a preview of how you slobbing the knob. And we know you're doing this on purpose because you a content creator. You a TikToker. You need content, or so you think. You got to keep feeding the machine, and you selling hamburgers on the side of the Brooklyn Bridge, and anything goes. And like I often say on the channel, one of the many sayings, and it's all for sale. Like, this shit is all for sale. You selling your whole soul just to get attention. And I curve with a pole when I feel attention. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, you know, that's the Don. You know what I mean? Get in a row with a pigeon in it. You selling your soul just to get attention. I curve with a pole when I feel attention. You know what I mean? I just think it was a little low class. And like Slick Rick on Mona Lisa. Now come along. We have a party to attend with some real mature women and some more of our friends. He held at a cab and he waited for a minute and they're like, come along. We got a party to attend with some real mature women and some more of our friends. Fellas, if you are a hard-working man, a regular 9 to 5, however how you get it. Never go on a date with a woman like that. Like, what the fuck? Bitch sound like motherfucking Suki Hana or Suki, you know what I mean? Whatever this bitch is that was laying on the floor and all that, talking about she sold her soul to the devil. If you ever go out with a chick like this and you buy her lobster and shrimp and all that shit, and Bentleys, Ferraris and all that shit, then you a clown and you get what you get. That's how I feel. Like, I'm rooting for you. I want you to be proactive. I want you to not be taken advantage of. But if you can't see the signs, unless she was really, well, pinky in the air, acting like she was from Scarsdale and she really from the fucking low-down Bronx, the boogie down at that, she tricks you thinking she was something that she wasn't. And then afterwards, it's like, oh, shit, this bitch is a whole nother animal. And throw it up. Watch it all fall off. She was a whole savage, but you didn't know. Then it's no fault on you. But fool me once, like, shame on me. Fool me 2 times, shame, like, come on, bro. This bitch like, what the fuck? And then he was texting like, yeah, I'm gonna pay for my drinks and all. No, brother. No, my brother, you got to get your own, like, you got to get out of that mind, that mentality of catering or, you know what I mean? And you don't got to be the best, well put together. It's just about confidence, but it's also about peeping game from afar and not getting duped into buying XYZ. You know what I mean? But let's get to it. You know what I mean? That's it for the oyster bitch. You know what I mean? 48 oysters. That's wild. I can't even. That's wild. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into this week's games. Week 7. Real quick. Let me do this real quick. Let's give y'all the record so we could be clear. That was a lock. All right, we was 50-32 picking all of the games. Then we went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 58 on the season. 58, and how many we got wrong? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7-32 is 39. So we 58-39 for the season on just picking the games. As far as the locks is concerned, not from Yonkers, the locks that get you the winner chicken dinners. Last week when we started, we was 22-7. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We had 8 locks last week. We was being a little greedy, and we paid the piper. So how many locks we had right? We had 1, 2, 3. So that put us at 25 on the locks. And how many locks we had wrong? We had 5 locks wrong. 5 and 7, that's 12. Still a pretty damn good fucking record on the locks. That make us 25-12 on the season for the locks. Let's get to the game. CBS app is Saturday. We rocking, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic, that feeling. Tomorrow's only 11 games. It's a little tough tomorrow, you know what I mean? But I think we can squeeze out some winners. It's only 11 games, so that gives us a good chance to try to get some winners. Let's get right to it. First game, no London game this week, so we all at 1 o'clock. 6 1 o'clock game, 4 1 o'clock, 4 4 o'clock games, and a Sunday night football game. First game, Detroit at Baltimore. Baltimore Ravens. Lamar, Axon Jackson, Jared Goff, Holly Berry. When I did the research on this game right here, I said, damn, last couple of games been close between Baltimore and Detroit. In fact, Baltimore had to win, I think, the last 2 games. They won by a field goal. Justin Tucker had to kick some phenomenal underhand type of field goal. Baltimore's 4-2. Detroit is 5-1. I think Baltimore gets right at home. I think Baltimore win. I got Baltimore covering the spread. I got Baltimore to win the game. Next game, Las Vegas Raiders. The Raiders at the Chicago Bears, Chicago 1-5. Raiders is 3-3. No Jimmy Pornstar G. Chicago at home getting 2.5. This is an ugly game. Justin Fields not playing. Jimmy Pornstar G is not playing. Everything is telling me take Vegas. Vegas is the better team. Josh McDaniels, they still got, Devontae Adams, they still got their running back, etc. They're only missing a quarterback. But for some reason, I don't like Vegas. I'm going to go with Chicago. I don't know why. They are a bum team, but I'm going to take Chicago to go for the win at home. Next game, Cleveland rocks. Cleveland rocks. Cleveland off the upset over San Fran. We had Cleveland last week, but we're not going to fake and fucking cap and act like we had Cleveland to win the game outright. We had Cleveland with the 9.5. They beat San Fran last week. This week they at Indianapolis Colts. Indianapolis getting 3.5. And I love the Colts. No Richardson. Anthony Richardson, he out for the season. Cleveland coming off an emotional win, off a big win. I'm not going to downplay it. That was a big win to beat San Fran. But I feel it's going to have a funny way of, balancing itself out. I like Indianapolis to win. I like them to win outright, but I'm taking them with the points 3.5. Next game, Buffalo at New England. New England been L Trashington, sprinkled some dirt on these bum ass motherfuckers. Buffalo pulled out the win last week against my New York Giants. Giants is trash. They should have covered. Giants probably could have won the game if it wasn't for a couple bum-ass calls. I ain't gonna lie, but this shit is scripted and rigged. So, keep your shorts on. Don't get over emotional. This shit is scripted and rigged. If this is a new revelation to you, I'm sorry. But it's scripted and rigged. That's how I bet. That's how I see it. I'm not always right, but I'm more right than I am wrong. Let's just keep it a buck. That's what. Keep it a buck. Keep it up like Ice Spice. Keep it a buck. Anyway, New England getting 7.5 right now. Some of y'all might got them with 8. That was the original spread. These shit's gonna fluctuate when one side of the money is going on, a particular team. In this case, it looked like the money is on Buffalo, 78% minus the 8, and 91% money line is taking Buffalo. I want to say like New England gonna snap out of this shit. They're gonna wake up out of this shit and Tony, there was no other way. We in the end game, but I don't see Belichick is being good this year. And I lost. I got burned with them a few times, so I don't want to stay rigid and I don't want to stay firm like New England can't win. They could cover the spread, but I'm gonna go with Buffalo to cover the spread. I think most people will be on New England by tomorrow. I like Buffalo to cover the 7.5. Next game, Washington Commanders at my New York Football Giants. Is New York in the house? Is Brooklyn in the house? Uptown in the house? Shallon are in there? Like everybody, are you in the house? My New York Football Giants is fucking trash. Let's be clear. I know what's his name? Tyrod Taylor had us look okay, if you will. But I don't think he's the long-term answer. If Daniel Jones come back, Saquon Barkley, he played. I just don't see it. I see Eric Bieniemy. I see Ron Rivera. I see them getting the win. Giants is trash. Will I be shocked and amazed when you put the beat on if the Giants do cover the spread or even win? No, I won't. But you got to prove it to me. I'm not betting with the Giants. I got to take Washington. Next game, Atlanta, the Dirty Birds at Tampa Bay. Woke up feeling dangerous. Baker Mayfield. We had Tampa Bay last week as a lock, right? If I'm not mistaken. Let me take a quick peek. Just want to be clear. No, we actually had Detroit as a lock last week. Correction. This week I like Tampa Bay. You lost to Detroit at home. You lost to the Eagles at home. Is Atlanta as good as those two teams? I think not. They're a good team. They are all right team. But I think they're just right there with Tampa Bay. I like Tampa Bay to win by a field goal. I got Tampa Bay. Next game, Pittsburgh coming off the bye. Mike Tomlin at the Los Angeles Rams. The Rams LA, what up, SoFi? Pittsburgh, everything is telling me to take the Rams off of the bye. I mean, take the Rams at home -3. But it's like, that's kind of too easy. I don't want to overthink it. Pittsburgh coming off the bye. I can see the Rams going to 3-4, but then again, Pittsburgh, you know what? I'm gonna stick to my pick. I got Pittsburgh in the notes, but I'm gonna stick to the Rams. I'm not gonna switch my pick. I'm gonna take the Rams. I don't see Pickett, and I see Aaron Donald in them and Josh McVay pulling out a win. It might be a push. You might want to take the Rams money line, but I'm gonna still take the Rams. Next game, same division. Arizona Cardinals, Seahawks. Touchdown, Seattle Seahawks. Geno Smith, rather, last week y'all had a chance to win. Y'all had a chance to beat Burrow in them. But it didn't happen. It didn't materialize. You couldn't get your offense quite on track. We wonder why. Trace, what up, my guy? You know what I mean? 42nd in the building. Fucking Times Square. Yeah, kid. That feeling. We running over the picks right now to get the winner chicken dinners. Like, you know what I mean? Because that's your money, son. We giving out the picks right now. Sunday, fun day. You know what I mean? Let me know who you like. Let me know who you fucking with. We ain't get to the locks yet. Stick around for that. Seahawks, -8. Some spreads was 7.5. Arizona Cardinals, they are a bad team. They're a little banged up. I don't really see Cardinals winning. And so I like the Seahawks. I like the Seahawks to bounce back, to win big. And I like the Seahawks. No real rhyme or reason. Next game, Green Bay at Denver. Denver is trash. We spoke about Russell Wilson last week. It's Sierra fucking him up. Could women get you sidetracked and clap from close feet? You don't sleep, you know what I mean? You feel wired like codeine. That's a whole reference. Reasonable doubt. Women can't get you sidetracked and clap from close feet if you sleeping. If you on point, you got dick discipline, you got some wherewithal about yourself, you ain't always got to be up under a chick to validate you, then maybe you won't get caught out there. Maybe you will, you know what I mean, escape the traps that some of these women be weaving. And like Jada said, a lot of niggas got killed because of their ego, either over a bitch or a couple of C-notes. It's rough in the G-H-E-T-T-O, right? It's rough in the G-H-E-T-T-O. Jordan Love on the road at Denver. Could Russ bounce back? They 1-5. They look fucking horrible. Everything says take Green Bay off of the bye. Sometimes you can Jedi mind trick yourself and pick the wrong team. For the purpose of the channel, I won't be betting on this game. But 1.5, 1. I'm going to take Denver at home. I'm going to give Denver the edge. I'm going to take Denver. Next game, Los Angeles Chargers at Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes, a.k.a. Night Night, a.k.a. NyQuil. We got the Chiefs at home giving 5.5. Some spreads is 5. Tomorrow, it might even be less than that. If you can get the Chargers at 5.5, take the Chargers 5.5. I love the Chargers. They are coming off a loss to Dallas. Their last 5 games against the Kansas City Chiefs have been close. The Chiefs have won 2 by 3, 1 by 6. Chargers won by double digits the other 2. I like the Chargers. There's no real rhyme or reason. It's the NFL. Any given Sunday, teams can beat teams. But I like the Chargers with that 5.5. Jump on that if you could get the 5.5. Last game, Sunday Night Football. Miami Dolphins at the Philadelphia Eagles. Eagles fly. Eagles fly. Eagles last week, y'all should have won that game. But y'all know this shit is scripted and rigged. And the NFL and Vegas got on that bat line. They said, nah, y'all gonna lose. San Fran already lost. Both undefeated teams are gonna lose. So next week, when y'all play Miami, you both be 5-1, 5-1, fighting for who's the better team. Then Detroit Lions, y'all be well, not Detroit Lions, San Fran, y'all be 5-1 playing against fucking Minnesota Vikings. But far as Sunday night, I like the Eagles to bounce back. I wouldn't be surprised if Miami did stay close, keep it in the game, and fight hard. Like, oh nah, we a good team too, and y'all gotta score to keep up with us. It looked like Jalen Hurts was playing a little timid, looking a little shaky, a little nervous, a little shaky, a little nervous. They looked a little shaky, if you ask me, last week against the Jets. I got Miami this week. I got them covering the Eagles this week. But I wouldn't be surprised if Miami win. Last game, Monday Night Football, San Fran 49ers at Minnesota Vikings. Kirk Cousins. You like that? You like that? Holly Berry. Kirk Cousins, they 2-4. Their season is pretty much over. San Fran got their first loss. Should have won. They should have kicked the field goal. Game would have been over, but the field goal kicker didn't kick the field goal. Well, he kicked it and he missed. Why did he miss? Y'all know why he missed. Because it was already scripted and rigged that both undefeated teams was going to lose, and then next week set up for this. This week here, I like San Fran to bounce back. I like Minnesota to keep it close, though. I like Minnesota to keep it close. I like Minnesota with the 7. Some people getting them with 6.5 now. If you got them with 6.5, jump on it if you think they're going to cover. And tomorrow it might be 4.5, it might be 5.5. I don't know. I like Vikings with the 7, though. Now let's get to the locks. Let's get to the locks. Not from Yonkers. The locks to get us the winner. Chicken dinners. It's a tough week this week, but I think we could get them. Here go the locks right here. Baltimore over Detroit -3. Indianapolis Colts getting 3.5 from Cleveland. Tampa Bay Buccaneers -2.5 playing Atlanta Falcons. Seattle Seahawks touchdown Seahawks over the Arizona Cardinals -8. They're going to win big. Los Angeles Chargers getting 5.5 at Kansas City. And we love Philadelphia Eagles. Fly, Eagles, fly. Sunday Night Football over the Miami Dolphins. Those are the locks. $100 on a 6-pick. 48-41. That's chicken dinners. Yeah, kid. That feeling. Let me know who your bookie telling you to take. Let me know who you like. Let me know who you putting your money on. Because that's your money, son. But you know what it is. It's your guy, Popovich. Y'all was just tuned in to my show, Popovich TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic. That feeling back up in here. One more again. Yeah, kid.